Hey BBs, it's Max, and today I'm back with you guys for another video. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing super fierce. In today's video, y'all, I'm back with you guys, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys because today we're getting back to the root of my channel. We're sitting down and we're ghoul chatting. We're talking about cheap dolls. I feel like I always get comments whenever I do a room tour or collection video or any sort of video where I'm talking about how many dolls I have. I always get comments saying, I wish I had as much money as you because my collection is never going to get to where I want it to be because I just don't have enough money. And as much as doll collecting is very much about having funds and financial freedom, it is very hard to get stuck in the cycle of just buy the latest and greatest dolls. And that's such a bad misconception. A lot of my doll collection is secondhand and thrifted, and I feel like I want to spotlight that aspect of my collection today. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the cheapest dolls and how I was able to find and hopefully give you guys some ideas on where to find some cheap dolls. I know my collection, okay, collecting dolls overall, before we even get into the aspect and the monetary value of each single doll, collecting and having a big collection takes a lot of time. So no matter what spot you guys are in, if you guys stumble upon YouTube videos and you see a giant collection, that definitely did take a lot of time. That was not an overnight collection, and a lot of the dolls that I have that are harder to find or more rare or whatever that may be were bought very cheaply. I don't have a doll in my collection that is over $100, and that is, I think, something that I'm proud of. I mean, $100 for one single doll is still quite a lot of money. But you know, people do go crazier than that. And again, I want to spotlight my collection. That again, you do not have to have the most amount of money ever to have a big collection. Again, I am constantly broke because of these dolls, but again, I'm still able to have a nice little collection. Before we though get into any more of today's video, I want to mention you guys this website that found me. This is MEMOA. This is a website for collectors, for dog collectors, for action figure collectors, for plushie collectors. Anything you collect, you can post it there. What this app does, it's a space for you guys to really sit down with your collection and talk about it. It's a way to catalog your collection. It's a way to talk about the prices you guys paid. And I'm very fortunate that I was able to find this app because I had a lot of fun with it when I was using it. I really had the time and space to really sit down with a specific doll that might not, you know, have the option to be promoted about in a YouTube video because she's just a doll in my collection that I got a million years ago and there's nothing relevant for me to talk about her in a full-length video. But this app was a really cool space and a really cool opportunity for me to sit down with my collection and really talk and get really deep with it. I really enjoy this app because it really feels like a collector-specific app. I know a lot of the apps that we love to use, like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all are really fun, but a lot of the times, like, I just want to see dolls. Like, sometimes on my feed, like, I get, like, things I don't want to see, I get, like, stupid stuff, and, like, I get really bothered and, like, angry when I just want to go on my social medias to look at dolls. And this is the app and the website for me, and I'm super happy that they wanted to reach out to me and we did an interview. So definitely go check out my interview with Mimoa. It was a really cool, fun experience to kind of talk with them and sit down with them. But honestly, and I'm not even saying this, no one's paying me, I'm just talking about it because I want to talk about it. Mimoa was a really fun experience. I did play around with that app, and I do have a profile. So my profile for Mimoa, if you guys want to follow me and be friends on there, it will be in the description below, y'all. But now getting on to this school chat, I'm very excited to talk to you guys about some of my cheapest dolls. So first thing I want to say is I go to a lot of thrift stores, and the first doll that I ever remember finding for a super cheap price was the Monster High Creepateria Halloween doll. This doll is so cute and so fun. This doll was only $1.50 back in 2014. She was at my local thrift store, and I was being a bad child that day. Like, I think this day we went to my brother had a soccer game, and then I was being a brat, but we went to the thrift store anyway, and I found this doll, and I begged my mom, like, I'm so sorry, I was being so annoying, because I was always a mess when I was a child. But no, I was able to get this doll. They bought me $1.50 Halloween, and this doll was a childhood doll. She's from my childhood collection. A lot of my Monster High dolls from G1 that I have are from childhood, so I didn't technically pay for them, but you know, this doll was $1.50 anyway, so I just want to spotlight her because she was in a really nice, pristine condition. She has everything but her food tray and everything, and for $1.50, I was living for this doll. I love the cotton candy kind of pink and little blue color scheme going on. The Monster High Creepateria line is never really talked about, but it's honestly so cute and super casual and really fun. I love the colors and how crazy this Halloween looks. Again, Halloween's not a character we usually see a lot of, but she is really cool whenever we do get to see her. Like, I just love this hair. The hair could definitely use, like, a nice updated boil wash. I don't think I've cleaned her hair since, like, 2021. Like, it's been since my early days of collecting, but she's a really sweet one. Taking a page out of the thrifting one, I also did find this. I found a couple years ago, I think back in 2022. Again, the dates and the years might be a little bit mixed up. It's been like 5 years of collecting since I was an adult, teenager, whatever, so sometimes the timeline might get messed up. But this is the Ever After High Spring and Sprung Lizzie Hearts playset. This doll was $10 with her playset. Her neck was broken though, so if we ignore that her neck was cracked, this was also found at one of my, not my local flea markets, this is like a flea market a state away, and flea markets are low-key sometimes really, really hard to find, but you just have to obviously keep your eyes open, you keep your ears peeled, because the reason I found out about this flea market in specific was literally word of mouth. Like, someone from my high school class was talking about this flea market like a state away, and I was like, well, it's only like an hour away, and I dragged my parents to it, and we went, and I found so many fun things that day. I don't know if I was on YouTube at that time period, but again, maybe 2021 was when I found this set. I don't know, but the set came with a lot of really cool things. Again, for $10, I was super excited and gagged to have found it. She has a really cool little seat, and I keep a lot of accessories in here if you guys can't tell. I think she even came with her ring. I feel like this came with her set. Maybe this came with cedar, I don't remember, but it's in here anyway because it's a part of the Spring and Sprung line. And I know that Ever After High right now is honestly cheap as it is. I feel like the dolls and the prices for this kind of wave isn't that expensive. But it was really cool to find her again. I didn't have to pay shipping. And she came with this really cool little playset. And this playset, again, it stores a lot of things, but it's a really, really cute one. And then Lizzie herself, again, I am very happy that I only paid $10 for this doll because she's not like the most extravagant Lizzie, but it's my only Lizzie in my collection, and I'm super, super happy with her. I love like the little hair in her hair. I should probably redo her hair because it's giving nothing right now, but she has a nice little outfit on and these really cute little shoes. And she was a really cool find. Again, I wasn't really like searching for Ever After High too much because I'm mainly a Monster High collector, but Ever After High is the fun sister brand that I love to collect whenever I can. And for $10, I was very happy with this. This was 2020. This was back when I was first getting into Monster High, and it was Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace was the tea in the day, and I feel like Facebook Marketplace right now is not tea anymore because there's so many collectors, and that's kind of just how it is right now. Like, because there's so many doll collectors out in the world and out in the space, it's obviously a lot more competitive to find dolls for a good price. But back when, again, it was less competitive. I found these for like, it was maybe like a 30-minute drive for me, but they were $11 each, and they totals to be $22. And this is Basic Wave Abby Abominable and Basic Wave Venus McFlytrap. Both of these dolls are repurchased from my childhood collection, but y'all know that when you're a child and you have dolls that you love, you play with them a lot more, and these dolls just had a lot of wear and tear with them, so I was really, really happy to rebuy them for such a cheap price. Specifically was one that I was hunting for a lot when I was, getting back into collecting, because my childhood Abby was literally torn to shreds. She was missing one of her little cuff links. She had no tights. I don't even think I had the key to her little satchel bag, and her hair was just so yellowed and disgusting because I played with that doll quite a bit. Again, I still have that doll in my collection, but she needs a good fashion pack. This one is just perfect to have the original display one. So y'all, definitely keep your eyes out on Facebook Marketplace every once in a while, because this was even, I think, the China version. This is the original release of Abby where she has the strung elastic hips. I know that she did get re-released with the plastic hips. That's the one that I had growing up, but the string hips are a little bit more, I think, rare because it was first batch or whatever, but this doll was really, really stunning. Again, this is one of my favorite Monster High dolls in my collection ever. Getting her for $11 was such a steal even back in the day. I remember back in 2020, she was like listed for like $80, $90, $100, and I feel like she might have gone down in price with the crew production kind of happening like last year, but even beyond that, again, the Basic Wave Abby is, I don't know how much she goes for right now. I don't check it anymore, but again, these boots cuffs are in such a nice condition. They're still really, really, really fluffy. I love these iridescent tights as well. Abby just has such a great basic doll. Like, she's one of the best basic dolls in my current collection. Like, I truly just love this design. She's serving bisexual, trans girl realness, and I love her. Venus, though, is also from that same seller, and again, $11. I think this bag is my childhood bag, so I'm going to take it off for fairness. But again, such nice, sleek Kanekalon hair, and it's such a cool style. Again, I remember Basic Wave Venus was that ghoul. Back in, like, 2012 when this doll released, I remember wanting her so badly. I remember, like, looking up on, like, the Toys R Us, like, the websites and the commercials, and I just loved this doll so much. I thought her shaved side head was such a cool detail. Getting her, and again, in this pristine condition was so fun. Again, this was, like, one of my first doll purchases ever as an adult collector, so she's really cool in that kind of way of, like, oh my god, like, I just remember the feeling of, like, again, I wasn't really buying dolls that often when I first started collecting. Like, I didn't start buying dolls till, like, maybe 6 months after getting my childhood collection back out of the grave, because I don't know, like I had so many dolls and like I was so new to it and I just didn't need to buy any. But once I started working my first job and once I started getting some money in and Christmas money and da 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 da, like the feeling of buying like the first like I would say 10 dolls was such a cool and unique feeling because like obviously I haven't bought a doll in 10 years when I first started collecting. So again, this lot was pretty fierce. This lot's one that I hold very, very near and dear to my heart. I also know, though, that a lot of people don't have access to a car and to a flea market and a lot of other kind of spaces where, it would be important to physically get dolls. So I'm going to take a quick little moment to talk about dolls that I found on a really, really, really good sale. A lot of my doll collection is actually purchased on sale. I know recently, again, I've been very buying into the FOMO aspect, and I do apologize. I feel like my channel's been very buy, and I don't want to feed into it. That's just kind of what I've been doing recently because I'm crazy. I know, again, a lot of my Generation 3 dolls are new and bought at retail price, but if you guys wait and like really like diva it up and diva it out, you can find such good retail brand new dolls for such good prices once they go on clearance. I remember this is one of my craziest finds. I think this is the OMG Fierce Cleopatra doll. This doll originally retailed for like $100 and I got her for like $25 last summertime. Amazon was running a Prime Day sale on this doll and she was like 75% off, which I don't even know if that would technically be considered my best find ever. I know I definitely found dolls that were brand new for like $5 and like a lot of my Rainbow High and OMG doll collection specifically I bought in the prime heyday of 2021 to 2023 doll sales. And like if y'all are around collecting during those time periods, the Rainbow High dolls and the OMG dolls would go down to like $15-10 from the original price of like $30. So that's probably not my best find ever, is this 75% off one, but she definitely is going to be a symbol of buying dolls and wanting dolls that are brand fresh, new off the shelves, but just waiting, like, I think I waited like a year or 2 years. 2 years. I got her in 2024. She released in 2022. 2 years, and I got such a good $75 off this doll that I wanted anyway. So definitely patience is the key 100% when it comes to new retail playline dolls. This doll is technically a collector doll, but she flopped so badly that you could low-key even find this doll now for $20, but that's neither here nor there. Remember to keep out your eye for definitely new sales because this doll is, again, so stunning. I don't really display my Fierce dolls right now because I don't have space to display everything I would love to display, but she is such a gorgeous one. She has this giant cape, which is so pretty and shiny, and it has like embroidered details on the back. And for $25, that's like a steal in my brain. Her like little like crown is all chromatic out and has painted details all over it. She has real chains all throughout her outfit, which is such a cool, like, I love the way that her like her outfit drapes when you like move her wings out. I think this was taped up in box, but I would love Loki if they had like a little like thing for you to like kind of like have it attached to her wrists, but I definitely could make it in my opinion. But yeah, no, the real chains are gaggy, and even this like really pretty like blue like dress that like lays over is so stunning on display. And the painted details on the shoe are gorgeous. There's definitely, like, I do feel terrible that this doll was priced so low because Fierce OMG dolls did not sell very well. Those dolls were so expensive. First, secondhand or just retail price, they were very expensive. I think they were like $40 each. $100 doll was definitely not a great sign for the brand. But yeah, getting her on such a gorgeous sale definitely made my wallet happy and definitely made my collection a little bit happier. This one is a really, really gorgeous one. And I don't talk about her too much, but Cleopatra, smooches. But continuing the theme of online purchases to get super cheap dolls, this doll is a Mercarri find. And Mercarri, eBay, Depop, a lot of these sites are, you could buy them online and they come right to your house if you are not able to drive and to get these flea markets or meet up in Facebook marketplaces. This is the Bling Bling Madison doll. This doll was $7 and a lot that was like $22-ish on Mercari back in 2021. I think it was 2021. It might be 2022. The years blur together, but this doll was listed in a lot that was just titled Barbie. It came with 3 dolls. It came with 2 Bratz dolls, and it came with this Bling Bling Madison. If you guys want to check out the other Bratz doll that came in this lot, I made a whole post about her on my Mimoa account. Again, I'm not getting paid to say this, but I definitely want you guys to just check it out because I, again, went a little bit deeper with it, but there was 3 dolls in this bundle. And getting into this diva, she is so gorgeous. I don't know if the Mycene Bling Bling dolls are super expensive secondhand, but I thought that for $22 for this doll and 2 mystery Bratz dolls that I didn't know, again, at the time of purchasing it, I just knew they were like Sasha's. I was so excited and happy to get her for such a cheap price. She came with a lot of her fixins. I think these glasses came from a friend though, so the glasses were not included in the original purchase, but this doll has such a gorgeous face, and she came with her second outfit dress and her little shawl, and then also her little bling bling shoes. This is one of my favorite Madison dolls ever. I think actually overall, like, the bling bling line is my favorite Mycene line ever to date. I think it's so gorgeous, and I'm not like a heavy Mycene collector anymore. I think they're cool, like, kind of, but like I'm not like the biggest fan of them. But the bling bling line is gorgeous because like their faces are super high glamorous. I love the sparkles on them, and I love the more sultry kind of outfits and face. I just think this doll is so gorgeous, and she's my favorite, like one of my favorite Barbie dolls. Again, I downsized my Barbie collection quite a bit in the past year or two. This one has stayed pretty nicely in my collection. She's still on display. I don't think I've ever taken her off display. Again, usually with my Barbie dolls, I take them off and on very quickly because I'm just not a Barbie girl at my heart. In my heart, I'm a Monster High Ghoul. But yeah, she's always on display. She's just one of my favorites forever and always. And for $7, they're definitely not selling this doll for $7 right now. So yeah, definitely check out, again, when you're searching for dolls online, just search up Barbie, just search up Bratz, just search up Monster High, and you'll never know what you guys find under those random listings. A lot of the times, though, people who are selling these dolls have no idea what they're selling, like Bling Bling Madison for $7, like $22 collectively was insane for that lot. But yeah, no, just search up random keywords, search up just general dolls, because no one knows what they're selling. They just know it's a doll. Like, they don't know the specific brand or the specific actual, doll from which collection. So definitely search up, again, general terms. I'm going to do a quick speed round for some of my really gorgeous flea market finds because I had so many ones that are just standouts in my collection. The first one that I have was, again, another one of my first Bratz collection finds. This is my first original Bratz doll. No, this is my second original Bratz doll from, like, the original run of Bratz. This is Wild Wild West Fiona. This doll was free at the flea market. And when I tell you guys I did not steal this doll, I'm being honest and I'm being true in my heart of hearts. And I'm being true in my plastic heart. My plastic heart is being true to y'all right now. This doll was literally sitting in a pile ready to be thrown away at the flea market. She had she had marker all over her forehead. Her hair was cut so badly. It's pretty bad. You can't really tell on camera because I put a lot of work into straightening this doll and boiling her hair and really fixing her up from that damaged mess of a doll. Her flyaways were literally insane. Like, I feel like you can kind of tell, like, a little bit when you, like, move her hair away from the bulk of it, but she has some crazy flyaways, and taking the time to really take this doll from a pink marker stained, haircut, chipping lips, da-da-da-da-da, was a really cool experience, and she is one of my first Bratz dolls, again, in my collection. She's really special, and I'm happy that I was able to save her from the dumpster. I'm hoping that whoever put her there is fine, that she's happy now. I'm hoping that, again, she has been restored quite a bit. And again, I kind of go in my outs and my ins and my outs with my Bratz collection. Like, sometimes I'm very high with them, sometimes I'm very low with them. I'm always gonna remember the feeling of finding this doll and fixing her up, and her being one of my really, first really big projects with a secondhand doll. Kind of goes to show that no matter how bad the doll is in a condition, you can always fix her up and make her displayable. So it also kind of goes to show, though, that, like, no matter how busted the doll can be, you can always fix her up and give her a new look and a new home. And I'm happy that I was able to save her again. Wild Wild West Fiona. The same day I got that Fiona, though, I also got this Mycene Kennedy. This is Club Disco Barbie or whatever. I forget when her name changed, to be honest. I think this is Kennedy at this time. This doll was naked for $1. $1. And I was able to get her outfit from a friend through, I think, a trade or a Mycene buy that I did like 2 years ago. But for $1, I got actually quite a few Mycene dolls. I think I bought like 5 or 6 or 7 Mycene dolls for $1 that day. But this one is the one that I get questions about all the time because everyone loves to know about this doll. Every time I post about her, people like live. Club Disco Kennedy is such a pretty doll. Again, for only $1, I was super gagged. Again, she didn't really have any of her clothes, and I had to buy her clothes separately. But yeah, such a stunning doll. Just hunting those, y'all. Sometimes y'all have to hunt in those dollar Barbie bins, and you'll find a gold treasure. Another dollar Barbie that was gold treasure is the Miss Sassy from the Fashionistas line. I want to say I maybe paid $2 for this doll, but she came with her shirt. I think she came with her shirt. She might have came naked. But whatever the reason is, this is a doll that I was hunting for such a long time before finding her at the flea market. I think I found her back in 2023, but this was a huge iOS Barbie doll for me. This was back when the Barbie movie was happening, back when, Barbie 2010s nostalgia was at its peak in my brain, and I still love this doll because she's that very 2010s fashionista vibe, and Miss Sassy is so gorgeous. I love her hot pink streaks. I love this little shirt. The little outfit is definitely from, like, AliExpress or something. Like, I don't think this skirt is anything actual Barbie, but she's a really cute one. Again, for $1, I was very happy. She even has her earrings kind of still in her head. Yeah, iconic. Got this doll back in 2024 for also, like, I think $5. This is B Brat Sasha. This doll has a pretty severe bob haircut, but honestly, I evened it out after getting her, and I've been loving the bob. It's really fun. She can kind of serve you, little bob girl. I kind of dressed her up in a little bit of a Bratz Charlie XCX kind of tease with the lime green live in concert Sasha shirt and these really cute little skirt and boots. I think she came with a decent outfit when I got her, but for $5, I was very, very happy. You know, the Bratz community loves, loves, loves to overprice the black dolls, so I was very happy to add another Sasha to my, I guess she's not technically Sasha, she's technically like an ambiguous Bratz doll, but in my heart of hearts, she's Sasha. But it's always good to add a Sasha to my collection for not an arm and a leg, and this one is so beyond pretty. Look at how gorgeous his face is. Aren't you in love? I'm in love. Ever After High. These dolls were bought at a online local flea market from the church. There's a local church that's like maybe like a mile away from me, and if you guys keep your eyes out, in the springtime, sometimes, depending on the church, they'll do a charity donation to kind of get funds and raise funds for the church, and a lot of the moms donated their own child's dolls, and I was able to get these two Ever After High dolls, the faded eyebrow variants, for $2 each. $4 together. I have Maddie and I have Briar here. I did get quite a few dolls that day, and I don't feel like bringing them all over because they're all shoved in the back of my Ever After High collection, but these are definitely the ones that I am so happy that I got when I did, because I love the faded eyebrow variants of the Ever After High dolls. I think they look so much better with a little bit of a faded eyebrow, and I know this line, it was the first batch, I think, is faded eyebrow variants is when that was happening, and I was so happy. My Maddie Hatter from childhood has such fried hair, so this doll's hair is still, like, I definitely need to curl it, I definitely need to brush it a little bit, but I haven't fixed it up since 2022, or 2020, yeah, 2022 is when I got this doll. No, I love Maddie Hatter. She has all of her little fixins with her. I think some of this is from my actual childhood doll, so it's mix and match, but for $2, I mean, she's stunning. She's the diva. She's the diva. And then also Briar Beauty, another one of my favorite characters from Ever After High. Faded eyebrow variant for $2. Yeah, that ate. It's kind of fun to brag about my little, like, winnings sometimes, because, like, what other time do I have to brag about my $4 Briar Beauty? Again, Ever After High is not like that tea right now. They're pretty cheap, I think, secondhand. But, I love her. Finishing this video off, though, with some more Dolly doll sales that I found. I love my Monster High Generation 3 dolls, but sometimes they have so many releases that it is hard to keep track and stay on top of it. This is the Cleo doll that I got for $7.99 at a Target sale back when they were kind of clearancing these out, I think, back in like fall of 2023. I think I got this doll for $7.99, which I was pretty gagged about. I had a really big, strong hate campaign against these dolls when they first released, because they all had polypropylene hair, which, you know, is still not my favorite. It's still pretty stiff back there, but I also can't talk, girl. I got stiff hair myself. But anyways, I love this, I was gonna say Nefra. I love this Cleo so bad. I think she's so gorgeous, and for $7.99 on the Target shelf was such a gag. She's just gorgeous makeup. Look at how stunning it was, and she's in box. This doll low-key goes for quite a bit of, I don't think she goes for that much money. I know Draculaura from this line is an insane, like, people, like, lose their minds. Like, she released 2 years ago, like, y'all gotta calm down. But, no, this one is gorgeous. She has all of her little fixins, like her little mummy wrap thing. She came new in the box, obviously, so I don't think that was much of a gag. But, yeah, this Cleo is so stunning. I know a lot of people still love her. This is still, like, an iconic G3 Cleo. But, yeah, I was super happy to find her for such a good price. The last dolls we have to talk about in today's video are, I think, a gag. I think they're pretty big of a gag, but they might not be the gaggiest, you know, compared to the dollar dolls that I bought. But this was a brand new set when I bought it. It was like 2-3 months old when it came out, but I got my claws on a Monster High Weekend Getaway set for $37, and I had a gift card for my birthday during, like, the Black Friday sales of the past, like, 2024, and again, I know that's not, like, again, the craziest sale out of everything I've talked about today, but I was so proud of myself, because this was, like, back, like, again, I've been buying Monster High dolls, like, for, like, I would say, like, a year, like, consistently, like, at retail price, which is a really bad habit to be at. Like, I should not be buying as many dolls as I buy at retail price, because it's very hard to, you know, continuing to stay up with retail prices when they just come out. But I was so happy and proud of myself that I waited for these dolls to go down to $37, and I used my birthday gift card. My parents gave me a gift card for my birthday last year, and I was so happy that I was able to use it on these two, and I was just so happy. Again, it came with 2 dolls and a car, and 2 outfits, and a bunch of accessories, and I love the You Can Get Away set. I think it's one of the best Monster High playsets. I love a good playset, y'all. I love a good playset. I love these dolls. So Claudine is stunning. She has a gorgeous high ponytail and this nice saran hair. This outfit is also the most Claudine I think we've ever seen Claudine get in Generation 3. She has funky colors, funky fashion, funky patterns, and she just feels so much like a homage to G1 Claudine that I feel so connected to this doll. This might be my favorite G3 Claudine, to be honest with you guys. Like, I think I'm being 100% in that. Like, I didn't, like, look too much before I got this doll out, but she's so gorgeous. Like, I love a good high ponytail. Like, she's serving schools out, kinda. And then Draculaura is definitely not as gorgeous as Claudine is, but for a Draculaura doll that is this pretty, I mean, I was so happy. And again, I feel like once the thing is the newest thing ever, like, again, the newest doll can come out, but y'all wait like a month or two, and she will be on sale for a pretty decent price. So I just want to let you guys know that you don't have to always rush out to buy the latest and greatest doll. As much fun as it is, again, to have the latest doll, I know that FOMO exists, but I want you guys to know, again, in the deepest of my heart, the reason I don't make videos like this anymore is just because I don't have time, and I don't have, like, the effort and, like, the brain capacity to sit down and, like, talk anymore. So that's why, again, my content has been very much review related, because that's what's easiest to make. Is that what I'm most proud of to make? No, not really, but it is very quick and very easy. But I do have a lot in my collection, and my collection is full of thoughts and feelings and emotions and stories and stuff, and I'm very grateful for Mimoa, the app. I'm so excited to start posting on there as much as I can, because again, it gives you a spot and gives you space to really just talk about your feelings, talk about your dolls, and talk about your collection instead of just your only personality trait being you bought the latest Monster High doll. Which is, like, no shade, I love buying the latest Monster High doll, but there's so much more in my collection than just that. And again, I hope you guys are all happy and hunting for your collection. I hope you guys know that, again, no matter what state you are in, there's definitely always options to get cheaper dolls, get them on sale, get them secondhand, and it's just so much more fun. I love getting secondhand dolls. A good secondhand doll and cleaning her up and making her part of your collection is so rewarding to me. So yeah, that was just kind of what today's video was about. I want to know your guys' thoughts and feelings, though. What are your guys' cheapest dolls in your collection? I want you guys to let me know in the comments below. But also, if you guys want to let me know, follow me on Mimoa and then make your own cheapest collections collection and let me know. I want to be tagged in them, I want to be shown in them, and I want to see your own personal dolls. I always love asking the questions in my videos about, like, what dolls do you guys have, what dolls do you love, what dolls, again, are your cheapest from your collection, and that's what the question I'm still going to ask in this video. I still want to know your cheapest dolls in your collection, because I love that idea. I love when people hunt for their dolls. I love when people are very passionate about that. So again, I want to hear your cheapest dolls, but I also want to see them. So again, tag me in any post you guys make on Mimoa. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you guys all endlessly, and I'll see you guys very soon. Smooches. Bye, y'all.